L-Theanine is a popular supplement often touted for its ability to ease anxiety and improve sleep, but human studies suggest it might not be as effective for these issues as many believe. Let's clear up the misconceptions and explore what L-Theanine actually can do for you. L-Theanine shows the most benefits when it comes to supporting cognitive function. Research shows that taking it before doing cognitive tests can reduce error rates compared to a placebo. While it does offer some benefits for attention and focus, its real strength lies in improving other cognitive performance metrics like reaction time and accuracy, rather than affecting overall attention span. In fact, studies reveal that L-Theanine alone might not significantly benefit attention. For example, one study found no significant improvement in most attention measures for adults who took L-Theanine. However, when paired with caffeine, the combination can enhance attention span and focus. It's worth noting though that in these combinations, caffeine tends to be the main driver, offering more noticeable benefits for cognitive performance than L-Theanine. L-Theanine's cognitive benefits also seem to be more noticeable in those with slightly lower cognitive function. For example, a combination of green tea and L-Theanine has been shown to improve brain function in people with mild cognitive impairments. However, for those experiencing more serious age-related cognitive decline, L-Theanine appears to be less effective at boosting mental test scores. When it comes to physical performance, L-Theanine on its own doesn't offer much. A study with athletes taking a supplement containing L-Theanine found no improvements in perceived effort, focus, or overall performance during exercise compared to a placebo. To sum it up, L-Theanine can enhance certain aspects of cognitive performance and works well in combination with caffeine to boost other aspects such as attention and focus. It likely benefits both healthy individuals and those with mild cognitive impairments, but is unlikely to support cognitive performance in cases of much more severe cognitive decline. L-Theanine also shows promise when it comes to managing stress. Research and students reveal that those who took L-Theanine reported feeling less stressed compared to those who took a placebo. But it's not just about how people felt. L-Theanine also appears to reduce physiological markers of stress. For example, one small study found it lowers salivary alpha amylase, a key indicator of stress, and it can even help reduce blood pressure spikes in high-pressure situations. In short, L-Theanine offers solid evidence for reducing both the mental and physical toll of stress. However, when it comes to anxiety, the story is a little more complicated. While some evidence hints that L-Theanine could help ease anxiety tied to stress, the results aren't as convincing when anxiety is studied directly. For instance, one small study found that a single dose of L-Theanine did not reduce anxiety caused by an experimental stressor. Another study in stressed adults taking L-Theanine before a stressful exam found no significant improvement in anxiety compared to a placebo. Even in people with generalized anxiety disorder, taking L-Theanine alongside prescribed antidepressants did not lead to better anxiety scores than taking antidepressants alone. So what's the takeaway? L-Theanine might help if anxiety is just one piece of a larger picture of stress, like feeling a little nervous in a challenging situation. But if anxiety itself is the primary issue, like in an anxiety disorder, L-Theanine doesn't seem to offer much relief on its own. L-Theanine has been studied for its potential to help with depression, and the preliminary results are intriguing. In one small study, patients taking L-Theanine daily experienced reduced symptoms and better sleep compared to their baseline. However, the study's lack of a placebo group makes the findings less reliable. Another small study found that pairing L-Theanine with sertraline, a common antidepressant, further reduced depression symptoms in adults with major depressive disorder. This suggests that L-Theanine might be helpful on its own or as an add-on to existing treatments, though the evidence is still weak. L-Theanine has also been explored for its effects on other mental health conditions, with mixed results. For obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD, a study found that daily L-theanine reduced obsessive thoughts but didn't have much impact on compulsive behaviors compared to placebo. For schizophrenia, another small study showed that L-theanine, when combined with an antipsychotic medication, helped improve symptoms of psychopathology. However, it didn't seem to enhance cognitive function or overall quality of life. In short, L-theanine may offer some benefits for mental disorders like OCD and schizophrenia, but the research is still weak. L-theanine is often marketed as a sleep aid, but research does not back this claim. One study found that taking a supplement containing L-theanine didn't improve sleep quality or reduce insomnia severity compared to a placebo. Another small study showed no improvement in general sleep quality when L-theanine was taken before bedtime, though it did help people whose sleep was disrupted by caffeine. Even a study funded by an L-theanine manufacturer found only minor random improvements in sleep measures, with no meaningful changes to overall sleep quality. So while L-theanine might counteract caffeine's impact on sleep, it doesn't seem to directly help with insomnia or significantly improve sleep quality on its own. If you're considering L-theanine for its potential benefits, most people stick to supplements in doses ranging from 100 to 400 milligrams per day. One of the most studied forms of L-theanine is sun-theanine, a patented extract made using bacteria to ferment glutamine into a highly purified form of L-theanine. In contrast, regular L-theanine is usually created through chemical synthesis, which can produce a mix of two forms, the active L form and the less useful D form. Manufacturers then go on to isolate the active L form in their final product. Functionally, there's no real difference between the two. Sun-theanine and generic L-theanine work the same in the body. Plus, generic L-theanine supplements have been extensively studied as well, and there's no evidence that sun-theanine is any better than its generic counterparts. The main difference lies in how they're made, not how they perform. L-theanine also naturally occurs in tea leaves, making tea a potential, though less concentrated source. Tea leaves contain about 1 to 3% L-theanine, which theoretically means up to 60 milligrams per tea bag. However, in reality, a cup of brewed tea only provides about 5 to 25 milligrams of L-theanine, unless you're planning to eat the tea bag. To match the supplemental doses, you need to drink at least 4 to 8 cups of tea daily, which is quite a bit. Among the different types of teas, green tea tends to have the highest levels of L-theanine, while black tea has the least, though the differences aren't dramatic. Yellow tea, a rare and pricey option, actually boasts the highest L-theanine levels, but it's not widely available in North America. L-theanine is also found in some mushrooms, but the amounts are so small that they're not practical for reaching therapeutic doses. Overall, L-theanine has solid evidence backing its ability to enhance certain aspects of cognitive performance, like reaction speed and test accuracy. When combined with caffeine, it might also help with attention and focus. It's also effective at reducing stress. However, if you're hoping to use it for anxiety relief or better sleep, you might be left disappointed. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Yeung. Do you use L-theanine, and what are your experiences with it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel and leave me a like. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date, and share this video with someone you know who needs the info.